Hi there, Edu Prado here, and today I want to show you a few ways you can use our Big BAMS cinematic percussion library. So let's dive into it. Cool. Right out of the box, just fire up one of the NKIs. Here we're using the taped hits and then playing in your groove. So you have a little swell from the boomba here, so it's a very natural swell. And then you just play in the groove, doubling some of the notes with the orchestral bass drum and the boomba, and then you also have a gong hit here at the end. So one of the main ideas of the Big BAMS library is to deliver this epic and cinematic percussion sound out of the box, but also with some extra character. You know, the samples are very organic and very full of life. One thing I think is really special in the Big BAMS library is that give you a lot of control over the sound. You can really tailor it as you want. So if you remove the space and smear, it really gives the option of this really close up and warm percussion sound that you can add then your own reverb, your own effects on top. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, I love how warm this sounds. Let's take a look at another example here. Awesome. I really love this example because it really shows the range of sounds and things you can do with just one library. Here on top, we're using the cinematic booms, just like these really big processed impacts, all created from the original organic samples. And then on the main body of the groove here, we're doubling some organic hits with the taped hits. It's the same samples going through cassette tape to give that extra warmth and saturation to it. I love this section here because it really showcases the different drum sets that we have and the different sounds you can get playing around with it. Let's give it a listen. And down here, to add another layer, more as a sound design, you have a riser effect. So to get this effect, I'm using the cinematic booms with a long tail and automating here the tuning. Here's a different way to use the taped hits. If you're looking for a more modern and punchy drum sound, you can also get that with Big BAMS. Let's give it a listen. Cool. So talking about versatility, a cool way to use percussion libraries is to play around with the tuning. So you can pitch the samples up or down to match your project. For example, the orchestral bass drum here, it has this really long tail. So you might want to match that to the key of the track you're working on. And another way is to pitch the samples up to have another layer of high percussion. Let me show you an example. On this example, to get a little bit of a Latin flavor, we're using the organic hits and the tuning is 7 semitones up. Sounds really cool. And then it really shows that the possibilities here are endless. It's really up to your creativity of how you want to use the library and how it suits your project best. And last but not least, another really cool feature of this library is the cinematic bass NKI. So we just took the very long tail of the resonance of the orchestral bass drum, and then we created this cinematic bass out of it. And the result is this really thick organic bass, and you can also use it as a synth if you want. So here we added a legato function, so you can turn on and off and decide how long you want the legato to be. And then on this example, here on top of the bass, we have another tape hits patch, but now using our built-in step sequencer, it's really easy to use. You have 10 loops to choose from. You can choose the tempo and the amount of steps, and you can really design the groove as you want. Really cool and really easy to use. So here you have one note being held all the way through, and then I layer with another lower drum, and then I just play around with the snare coming in and out to give those syncopated accents. And then down here you just have some cinematic booms to complete the track. Let's listen with everything together. Cool, so here are a few ways you can use the Big BAMS sample library and a few of the sounds you can get with it. Please let me know what you think, let me know how you're going to use it, and as always, stay sound and I'll see you in the next one.